So someone asked me if I would share my open house feedback form with the group. So I am going to show you how to get started with that after I've shared it with you. I have to do something on my end that actually invites you to that folder, and then you will receive an email that looks like this. And it says, Melinda Torrens has invited you to edit the following form, shared open house feedback form. Now this is a recreated file. This is a copy of what I showed you yesterday, with a couple hints in it of how you should update before you use it. So you're going to go to Open in Forms, and here comes the form itself. Now this shows other people that I've shared this with, so you can see the other collaborators. Now because this one form is shared with multiple people and we don't want to all be trying to use one form, the first step would be to go over here to File and make a copy. Now when you make a copy, what you want to do is rename this. So I'm going to call this Melinda's, because this is my other account, open house feedback form. And you see this box here that says share it with the same people. I'm not going to check that because I don't want to share this form with everybody that's already sharing the original form. I want to keep this one just as mine. So I'm going to hit OK. And now it's under just me. You see there's nobody shared with up here. So now you're going to just go in and you can tweak and update this as you want. Now I put a little hint in here to change the image below to a photo of your open house, and then to change the text here or to create a title or delete the text, and just the photo will display. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to the crayon here and click on Edit. And when you click on Edit, you can put in the street or the full address. You can decide whether or not you want to have anything here. You might put welcome. Anyway, you can change the photo. Let's say you want to change the photo, just go to change image. You can put anything in there that you want to put in. I'm not going to change it out right now, but you can do that. You can, if it's let's say it's a different dimension photo and you want to center it, you can hit center, or you can hit that if you want it over to the right or to the left. So you just make those choices. And then you click Done. Now you see how I put welcome in that. Let's go back and look at what that looked like again. This is what it's going to look like in the form. I changed this to welcome, and the hover text is 123 Main Street, Anytown. Let me save that again. I click down here to Done, and let's go in and look at the form. See this View Live Form here. You can click there, and that's going to show you exactly what your form is looking like at this particular moment. Now you see how the text is changed to welcome here, and when I hover over this, the street address pops up. That's what I put in the hover text. Now I don't necessarily want to keep playing with this one here, so I am going to go up and close that out. Now as you scroll back down through this thing, you'll see down here at the very bottom, you're going to want to change out to a different signature here. So again, just go to the crayon, adjust, type in whatever you want to put in here. So type your email signature is probably what you're going to want to do. So I'll save that. Whatever you put in there is what's going to show on that form eventually. Now you can also change any of the other things that I've got here. You might decide you want to add a question. If you want to add a question and you want it still to use the same scaling, you can just hit this duplicate. It's the 2 carbon copy icon over here in the edit screen, and you just click that and it's going to put an identical question right below it. So then you just go to the crayon and you change your question. And let's say you want to change the question to what some other criteria of does this house, let's see, where is it? Does this house interest you? Let's just say that that's the question we want. If you feel like that question needs a little bit more explanation, type in the help text, and that way it'll show up under, a little bit subheading under the question itself. Now, you might want to change the ends of the spectrum. So you might want to say not at all, and it sure does, and click done. Now, under any of these questions, as you might have noticed, you can set these questions as a required question. The downside to doing that, like we talked about yesterday, is that if they don't feel like answering that question, like let's say it's not something really like that, let's say it's their email address. Let's say you want to make sure that they absolutely give you their email address. Well, if you click on that and make it a required question, if they're not willing to give you their email address, then they're not going to be able to fill out the form, and they're not going to be able to submit it. So you want to be careful about what questions you require, but if they're very important to you, you might really want to have it be required. Perhaps you want to require where they live now, just for, that's usually not too personalized a data that they wouldn't be willing to do. So let's say I want to definitely make their current zip code a required question. I can just do that now, and that way it's going to pop up. It's going to show that it's a required question here, and that way I can definitely find out where today's open house shoppers are coming from. When you're done, take a view of your live form and just make sure it looks like what you want. So scroll down, as you can see, current zip code is a required form. Even if I do nothing more than put in my zip code into this form, if I answer nothing more, I can still hit submit. Let's see if it'll work. It may not work because I'm in the test screen. That's right. But at any rate, that'll show you at least what the form looks like. Now, here's the next piece of this. You've created the form, you like the way the form looks, you're ready to use it. So now you're going to click to send form. You're going to get a couple of options here. Now, usually you don't want to send some really, like if you look at how long this link really is, let me see if I can show it all to you. Well, no. It'll be a nice long link. Now you can shorten it automatically using Google. Just hit that little short URL, and that makes a quick and easy pasting into an email or something like that. Now you can send directly from here just by putting in your email addresses, or then you can type in a little message, or you can send it to Facebook, you can tweet it, you can share it on Google+, however you want to do it. If you're going to be taking this form with you to an open house, the best thing to do would be to just copy this email address and save it somewhere. Maybe you email it to yourself, the link, and then when you're at the open house, you pull up that link, and that way they can sign in. You're going to have to kind of figure out what works best for you that way. There is an embed code here, and this would be, let's say you wanted to put a link to this form on your website. It might be that you're just trying to get more data on something else that's not related to your open house. But if you actually have the ability to put in a little frame on your website, you can use this little snippet of code here and put it into your website, and it gives you the dimensions. If you want to change those dimensions, you can, and it'll change everything when it goes into your website. So I hope that helps you. It's going to be saved in real time, so it's already, you can see up here it says all changes saved in Drive. And you can see here that the last change I made was 2 minutes ago, and it was automatically saved. So there you go. There's kind of your quick and easy adjusting the form to work with you. Change your name, the name of whatever it is. Just make sure that you go through and check each question and make sure that it makes the most sense to you and that you don't want to change anything that's there, or make sure that there's no personalization of mine left in there, just because you want to have it all tailored to you. The last thing I'm going to quickly show you, let's say you wanted to change the theme. Google does have several different themes that you can change, that you could change your survey to look like, or your form to look like. So let's say I want to put sailboats on the top here and have it look a little bit different. I can do that, and it's going to change that. And it's just going to be the way the difference in the way everybody sees it. So I just thought I would share those few little things with you. There's an undo, so I'm going to go back to the way I had it before. And I hope that this helps. Good luck with your forms.